Last 3 years, foreign aid has risen by a third and today stands at $7.86 billion. It is predicted that in just a few years' time, government spending on aid will exceed $125 billion per year. It was decided at the G8 summit in 2009 that foreign aid would be doubled in Africa from $25 billion to $50 billion. What is it that we expect to achieve from this colossal wave of spending? The idea is that we will relieve suffering in developing countries and rescue millions from the bonds of perpetual poverty. But spending has increased, and the media, politicians and celebrities alike have joined forces to tell us that foreign aid is a force for good in the world. Have the undoubtedly noble goals of aid model actually been achieved? We're going to argue that they have not. The first reason why we believe aid does not work is the so-called big push concerning it has been attempted many times and the results have never been impressive. We have spent more than $1 trillion in aid to Africa over the past 50 years, but development has yet to occur. Between 1970 and 1995, aid to Africa increased dramatically. At the same time, GDP per capita growth in Africa decreased at a startling rate, and was even measured negative figures. The second reason why we believe the aid model is ineffective is because it fuels corruption. The unfortunate fact is, aid often is not spent in the way it was intended. Instead of gearing up investments, money was spent on current spending and current consumption. The final reason why aid harms its recipients is that it closes the doors of developing countries. For it is sound economic policies, not aid, that over the past few decades have lifted millions out of dire poverty. When Asian countries in the 1970s, starting with the China under Deng Xiaoping in 1974, opened up to trade and foreign direct investment, with economies growing rapidly and becoming the Asian tigers, African countries which regulate the domestic economy to absurd degrees failed to develop. The point is, donors supported these policies, and many donors are still pouring money into countries with policies detrimental to growth. Given the success of these policies in the past, here is what we propose the donor countries do. Do not spend any more money on development aid. Withdraw all aid to countries that are not pursuing sound economic policies. Rich countries should immediately open up their markets for exports from poor countries.